So, welcome back. For you, this is probably now at least a day after the last video, but for me, this is, well, after just a short break. So, this theme is reality bending. You should at least know the basics of reality breaking to listen to this or to watch this. So if you have not seen that, I would recommend to you to go back and just look at that. I mean, that's just like 8 minutes or something, not that much. And I will also try to keep this one brief. And yeah, so reality bending. It's actually the advanced technique behind reality breaking. When you break your reality, it's based on assumption, as I've talked about in the other video. Okay, so when you break your reality, then you also have, you could say, a void that you can fill. Okay, and the way you fill that void changes your reality. And this is where it gets interesting, because if you realize that your reality is built from the way you think, okay, and then you also realize things like quantum mechanics, that every particle is actually in correlation to each other. Like there's many philosophical ways to think about that, which are beautiful. So if I snap into the air here, could be that I just influenced an air particle down in Australia. I know this sounds crazy, but if you actually have looked into quantum mechanics, that is what they are theorizing about. And if you look into spiritual knowledge, this has been known for thousands of years. But yeah, I mean, that's a side fact, you know. But it's still funny to me. I mean, the more, like, the closer they get in sciences to, like, the basics of the universe, you know, like the energy behind everything, the quantum mechanics, quantum entanglement, the closer they get to this, the more it's obvious that the spiritual teachings from 1,000 years back already knew the answer. And I think that's lovely, because science gets to a point where it's proof for spirituality. You know, and that's funny to me, because all science tried to do these past centuries was to disprove spirituality. And now they are proving spiritual teachings with science, and that's just, I think that's very, like, it's ironic, you know. I love it. So, reality bending, okay? The way you fill that void that is open after you've just broken your reality, or the reality of someone else. That's why I wanted to talk about this theme, because you probably already have been reality bent by someone else, or by, let's say, institutions in this world or groups. And this way you cannot manifest your own reality, okay? So reality bending builds into that void that is open after you have broken your reality. And it leads you to manifest or to de-manifest something. And here is where it's very intricate, okay? The way you control reality bending is not through actual control. It is through mind, okay? You have to mind what you think. You have to realize what you are assuming and change that. And when you change something to a positive outcome in your void that is open after you broke your reality, that, and then you practically pull it in from the outside world, okay? Because you can see it like this: you are the sphere, yeah? It's like a sphere, and here's the sphere, which is the outside world, and you always are in movement. Both of these spheres are always in movement. You're like an energy center, and the world is like an energy, you know? So you always have impulses in and out, in both sides, okay? Up, down, around, however you want to see it. You can kind of picture it as like a picture of two planets. Like when two planets get closer to each other, or two neutron stars, you know? There's always these great depictions of how they both pull into the gravity of the other one, and then they pull the masses around each other and together, and it's cool. It's very cool if you can visually understand it, if you can visualize it. But it means there's correlation between everything you put out and everything that comes to you. You can call that however you want. There's law of attraction, manifestation, karma, you know, you can call it whatever you want. But this system, yes, the system of duality between your inside and your outside world, this always looks for balance. So as I just explained to you, when you break reality, you have a void to fill. So of course you're gonna pull in from the world, okay? But what comes from the world is very influenced by how you mind things, how you perceive things. Also the way you feel towards things, because your emotions are an energy you put out. Why do you feel like when someone is bitching about you, why do you feel his anger? Because he's putting an energy onto you. Yes, emotional energy. You cannot manifest if you feel you do not deserve anything. You cannot change if you do not change yourself. This is reality bending. Breaking is realizing this and then saying, enough. Yes, beautiful siren, beautiful confirmation. And reality bending is actively using this to change your perspective, to change your emotion, to change your action towards something. Okay, and your intention is the thing that fills this void. Yes, your intention, not the action following it. Your intention does it. So if you intend to be deserving of something, that is a very different thing to intend to get a gift. Okay? And this is something that many cannot handle. This is why manifesting something seems impossible to so many people, because you guys do not act on intention. Freaking use intention first. Not action, not reaction. Intention. Live with intention. Okay? Have the intention to be a nice person, and then your life will change to a life deserving of a nice person. have the intention to help someone for helping them, instead of the intention to get something for helping someone, okay? Because then that intention is the wrong way around. You cannot intend to receive just because it doesn't work like that. You have to intend to give, and then the balance comes in and you receive, okay? That is how it works. And this is reality bending, because you change the direction the reality takes when it's coming to you. That's why reality bending. Reality breaking is making a stop, because you won't accept just any reality in anymore, because you realize the workings behind it, okay? Watch reality breaking. If you do not understand, watch the freaking first part. And with that stop, you then have this void to fill, like a dam, okay? And behind the dam it's dry land, instead of the river that always flew, that was always flowing, okay? And then with reality bending, you choose. Does the river come out this way? Does it come out this way? Do I want it in small tips? Okay? Do you understand? I know it's a hefty theme to actually internalize, but this is how it works, and I cannot explain you any further. If you do not understand this, then you are not ready to understand it, okay? And that is fine. You do not get to choose where you are right now. You have to build yourself up for it, okay? I cannot just come in and build a temple on top of a base that is not existent for you. Yes, first straighten up your base. Yes, and then you can build on it, okay? And I'm sorry, I do not intend to, how do you say, irritate you, but this is just how it is. And it's probably very irritating if you are not at the right level to actually receive what I'm saying. So I understand if no one can handle this. If no one understands, that's also fine with me. I'm putting this out here so people can eventually get a step closer to be actual reality benders for themselves. And as I said in the beginning of this, there's a warning with this. If you do not know about how this works, reality breaking, reality bending, then you have probably been bent by the world. Okay? Because as I said, if you do not have reality breaks, it just overtakes you, and the outside world is more than just an outside world. It's more than one color, if you understand. So, yeah. You will get there, I'm sure. I'm sure you will. Yes, I believe in you. I really do. I believe. Alright, huh? That's it for now. And yeah. I hope at least one of you understands. And I hope a few of you will be helped with this information to eventually understand. And yeah. As usual, I wish you all a great day. And yeah. Enjoy your time on this earth. Or whatever planet you're listening from. And yeah, that's it for now. Namaste.